dum 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 woodcutter dum 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 woodcutter. My pronouns are they, them, and I'm Cliffside Permaculture. All right, so this is gonna be the first Gladiator challenge. Hello. Not sure this angle's working. Let's try it again. There we go. A little higher, a little higher. Now I'm backlit. So, first Gladiator challenge, we have what, like 3 days to get it done pretty much, because they announced at 8 o'clock last night, my time anyway, and actually all the leaders are on East Coast, so they're in the same time zone as me. So like 8:30 last night, we were told that there's a Gladiator challenge for spring innovation, which I know what I've been innovating this spring, so I guess I'm ready. It is the invisible water collection. This trench I've been working on. In the description, I am going to link, wait for me to stand up here. There we go. I am going to link the part that's now visible. That way you'll see what I mean. Oh look, even just this afternoon we got a whole nother type of flower opening. Great. So you can see right now I'm in a trench, right? There you go. And now I'm stepping onto some wood chips. Right? It's got a little bit of Epsom salt on top just because I needed to use up the rest of that and figured this is as good a place as any, but where I'm standing right now, it's 2.5 feet deep. If you go back about a week into my videos or scroll down, open the description to the show more and click on that, you'll see links to videos of me getting this started where I have my feet propped up here and my head propped up there, and I'm sitting like a lounge chair down completely inside the hole. I was also able this way to lay down and be about a foot below ground in the trench that is now underneath all these wood chips. I plan to continue this obviously right where it is right now, and you can see that it's dry up here and damp down in there, so it's going well. I got to get all this plastic garbage out too, trying to stop having plastic lined walkways, you know. If you put in deep enough wood chips, then the weeds don't come through. So I'm going to continue this trench, and I'm not going to continue it right against the retainer wall because it's already tilting enough. You can kind of see that it's this way and then it gets steeper as it goes back. I don't want to destabilize right in front of it, so we're going to go out about a foot, foot and a half and start actually growing right along the base of this. I'm going to put some of the soil up that way. Then the trench is going to go here. Now I have to move a rhubarb, and that's going to be an ordeal. But the goal on this is, because there's a whole nother 220 or so foot rise this way, and while there's plenty of people's basements in the way, the amount of water coming down this hill through the soil and then into my yard, because the flat area starts in my yard on this section. So the idea is to start to capture water in a way that doesn't inhibit me from using my space, and to create more potting soil components, because these wood chips, you know, give them a couple years and give them all that wine cap spawn that they're surrounded by now and will soon be populated by. Give them a year or two even with the spawn and everything on that, and you have really good loose friable, basically worm castings and wood And this mixed with the dregs out of the fire pit as my biochar, pretty much. That is what I use as potting soil here. Nice loose stuff. I'm gonna sneeze because I stirred up that spot. Excuse me. Yeah, so that's the goal. The reason I have all of that is because I scraped off the plastic as I came and got all of the old wood chips off the top of the plastic as I was going. So that's what we're looking at here, is future soil, water that's being captured in the most uphill part of my garden, and in a location that's farther away from my house, because my porch floods, you know, like that happens. And that's a bit difficult in that, especially in the winter time, it was starting to, there's now a crack where there used to just be a seam, you know, so it's starting to heave the porch a bit with all the freezing being on top of it. So rather than have it sloped towards the house, well, I mean, it still will be, but we'll have a diversion here and it'll be my walking path. And it should, and I'll have to dig it out from time to time, but that's the thing. It'll be wonderful product to be digging out. So that's not a bad thing in the least. That's what we're on about. Now, obviously, I have a ton of soil that I'm having to move around. And recently, I've been I have to be careful not to put too much of it. Yeah, here's more of that broken down wood chip stuff. Let's see. Oh, it's so fluffy and soft. So my soil, when it dries out, is I got really strong hands, but this is basically almost a rock. That is clay loam. That is what clay loam does when it dries out. It becomes really, really rough stuff. So, yeah, see how that cracks off like a rock? But that's not a rock. That's dirt. But now, at this point, the top layer is definitely just dirt. It's not soil, it's dirt. But I'm also being told that my tangerine isn't acceptable. It needs to be a vegetable. So I need to be careful not to use much of my potting soil product for non-business purposes. And I do need to pot up that tangerine this year. So yeah, that's going to be a little tricky. I may just give my dirt a try again. I suppose it's probably going to kill it. Oh well. I think now that I have a car, I'll be able to get a lot more free pots. I don't like buying new plastic. Like I don't want to be the cause of more new plastic products, but I know that a ton of pots end up in the landfills. So I've got kind of like a call out to the community, and now that I have a car, I should be able to do my own pickups at various places around that are throwing away pots. So I had a little bit more research, but I also have a pretty good idea of a couple of the ones that I'm going to be going to already, and we'll see, you know. But there's my innovation. And I do put the soil up into pots for transport rather than just pile it up. I need to be careful not to smother the seeds of everything, because I do have self-reseeding as a lot of my food crops. But I get excited at this time of year and cover a lot of things up. So, we gotta be careful of that. Because I do currently have a surplus of soil, and soil is not potting soil. So guess we'll find out how I'm going to handle this, but this is my Spring Innovation Challenge for Shed Wars of the Gladiator Challenge family of items. And I think the quail probably going to want to say hi, huh? Anybody want to say hi in here? Nope. Okay. Anybody? There we go. And there we have it. There's the cliffside view. Hope you're having a good day. Thanks for following along. Thanks so much for visiting the cliffside. This has been Permaculture. Take care. Bye. Dun, dun, dun. Will it grow? It won't grow.